Okay, my friends, let's get started on some foundations. So we know the first thing that we need to do when we are determining if a word has a closed syllable or not is we need to know, does it have a short vowel sound? So let's go ahead and practice our short vowel sounds. A, apple. E, ed. I, itch. O, octopus. Ah. Oh, I said it for you. U, up. Excellent job. So there are 5 sounds we are listening for. A, I, Now, let's go ahead and review some of our glued sounds and our digraphs that we're going to hear. So let's start with WH, SH, TH, CH, CK, ANG, ANK, ING, INK, ONG, ONK, UNG, UNK. Now, listen to these. AN, AM, ALL. Excellent job. Okay, let's review our R-controlled sounds. Here we go. AR, car. OR, horn. ER, her. IR, bird. UR, burn. Okay, now, when we hear any of these sounds in a word, it will not be a closed syllable, okay? So when you hear these sounds, it's a long vowel, which means it is not a closed syllable. So let's start with the first ones. AI, bait, A. AY, play, A. EA, eat, E. EE, jeep, E. EY, key, E. OI, coin, oi. OY, boy, oi. Now remember, if you hear any of those sounds inside a word, we know it is not a closed syllable. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to practice a word of the day. So I need you to go right now and get your octopus notebook. Go get your pink octopus notebook. And you are going to turn to the D section. You are going to turn to the D section. Okay, so here is your brand new word of the day. I want you to park your pencils. I don't want you to write anything yet. Let's talk about it, and then you can write, okay? So we're going to add our word of the day. Let's decode this or tap it out together. Are we ready? Something you should notice is it has a suffix S, so don't tap the suffix S, okay? Here we go. D-R-I-L. Let's do it again. D-R-I-L. Drills. So what is our word? Our word is drills. Very good. Now, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to mark it with a red marker. So I want you to write drills in the D section of your vocabulary part. Remember, it's got the little line and then the 2 long lines so you can write your sentence. So you're going to open it to the D section of the vocabulary and then write my word drills. Okay, now let's start marking our word up. The first thing that you should see is a blend. DR is a blend. Now, the next thing you should see is, that's a bonus letter. That L is at the end of our line, just like F and S and Z, so we have to double it when it's a short vowel. Well, right there, that automatically tells me if we have a bonus letter, this has to be a short vowel, meaning this is a closed syllable. Very good. This is a closed syllable word. Now, check this out. Miss Metz already made a huge mistake. Can I underline the suffix S? You better be screaming at your screen. No, you can't underline it. So I've got to get rid of that because we know the suffix S does not get underlined. So I know this is my closed syllable and this is my base word. So please make sure in your vocabulary section, in the D section, you have written the word drills and you have also marked it up just like I have. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we need to talk about that word drills. Drills can actually be a noun and a verb. Check it out. A noun is more than one thing that I can touch. A drill is something that you use to put a hole into something. Ben has a drill and he will put a hole in our wall to hang the paintings that are behind me. So when we have a suffix S, that means more than one. So it's a plural noun. So it is more than one tool that you use to put a hole in the wall. Now, we can also say that it is a verb. Check this out. It's the action of putting a hole in something. She drills into the wall. So she puts a hole into the wall. It's the action of. So this is a multiple meaning word. It can mean 2 or 3 or 4 machines or tools that put a hole into something, or it can be the action of actually putting a hole into something. So now let's talk about our 3 types of sentences. We can have interrogative, declarative, or imperative. Now I'm going to show you something. Interrogative, I've mixed them up this week. An interrogative is a question sentence. You're going to ask me something. A declarative is a statement. All you're doing is telling me something. And an imperative is a command. You are going to make somebody do something. So let's think of some sentences that we could use our word drills with, okay? Remember, we get confused on these because sometimes you just want to say drill. It has an S, so you have to make sure that you have your S in there. So I'm going to ask a question. Are you ready? Here is my question. Okay, my question is, who drills the holes? Who drills the holes? I know this is an interrogative because I've asked a question, so I need to put a question mark at the end. Who drills the holes? Now, let's talk about a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence, I just want to tell you something. I just want to state it. So I'm going to say, okay, my sentence says, I have 2 drills. So I have 2 machines or tools that put a hole in something. I know this is a declarative. I'm just stating it. I'm telling it. So I'm going to put a period at the end. Okay, now I've got to make somebody do something. I'm going to command you to do something. Okay, pick up the drills. I'm making you do something. I am commanding you. So when I command you, I'm going to put a period at the end. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to come up with a sentence. It can be an interrogative, a declarative, or an imperative with our word of the day drills. And once you've done that, I want you to go and get your other pink notebook. I want you to get the cloud notebook and open it to your next available page. So you're going to go get your cloud notebook and open it up to your next available page and write today's date, 4-8-20. And once you've done that, we are going to get started on our dictation. Okay? If you remember with our dictation, we're going to do 3 sounds, 2 review words, 2 current words, 2 trick words, and a sentence. Okay? So I'm going to give you your first sound. Are you ready? Your first sound is ank. Echo, ank. Now write what letters say ank. This is what you should have on your first line. Ank, A-N-K. And we know ank is a glued sound. Ank is a glued sound. Okay, your next sound. Eh. Echo, eh. Okay, write what letter says eh. Okay, here you go. Eh, e, ed, eh. And you should remember that because these are all the sounds you're hearing with your closed syllables. If you didn't get it, correct it. We want our brain to remember the right way, not the wrong way. All right, your last sound is Echo, Okay, write the letter that says Okay, this is what you should have. You, up, If you didn't get it, correct it. That's going to be a very important sound because when we hear we know that it is a closed syllable word. All right, are you ready for your first review word? This one you're not going to mark up. Don't mark it up. All I want you to do is write it. Your word is crush. Echo, crush. Tap it with me. Sh. Please write the word crush. Okay, here's what you should have for your word crush. I see CR, which is a blend, and then I see a digraph, SH. Aren't you glad we reviewed those at the beginning? Crush. If you didn't get it, I want you to correct it now. Remember, we want our brain to remember the right way, not the wrong way. Okay, your next word is haul. Echo. Haul. Watch, tap it with me. Here we go. All. Okay, write what says haul. Okay, here's what you should have. Haul. I hope you remembered that we just reviewed those glute sounds, so you should have A-L-L because A-L-L says all. All right, now, these next 2 words, I want you to mark these words up because this is where we're going to practice doing those closed syllables, okay? So your first word, listen carefully, sniffs. Echo, sniffs. Tap it with me, the base word only. Sniff. Say the word sniffs. Now write the word sniffs. Once you've written it, I want you to go ahead and mark it up. Okay, here is your word sniffs. Sn, which is a blend, so you should already have that marked. I hear a short vowel sound, which means this word is a closed syllable. I see a bonus letter with F, and then I see my suffix S and my base word. So this is what your word sniffs should look like. Check it. Make sure you have it marked up just like I do. If you don't, correct it. Okay, your next word is, listen carefully, drags. Echo, drags. Tap it with me. Base word only. Drag. Now say the word drags. I want you to spell the word drags and then mark it up. Okay, here is your word, drags. Remember, DR is a blend, so make sure you have a blend there. Dur, not CH, dur. And then I hear ah, which tells me that's a short vowel word, so this must be a closed syllable word. And then I see my suffix S, which tells me that my word is now marked up correctly. Check yours with mine and make sure you have it correct. Okay, your next two words are trick words. So you're just going to echo them and write them, and we'll check them together. Your first word is here. Echo, here. Now write the word here. Okay, your next word is very. Echo, very. Now write the word very. Okay, once you've finished, check your two trick words with mine. Check here and make sure that you have the E at the end, because if you don't, that means it's her and you didn't write it correctly. So make sure you have the E at the end. Now, check your word very. Excellent job, my friends. Make sure you have them correct. Okay, here is your sentence. Once you've written your sentence, I want somebody at home to check it and make sure that you have your capital letter. Make sure that you have your punctuation mark, your finger spaces, and that your words are spelled correctly, okay? Listen carefully. Your sentence is, I went to see Bill swim. Listen again. I went to see Bill swim. One more time. I went to see Bill swim. You are going to write 6 words. I went to see Bill swim.